As the dignitaries enter the auditorium, I would like to request all of you to kindly rise to your feet.
प्लीज़ इसका थोड़ा ध्यान रखना। Guys, phone on silent. चेक करो तो वो तो ऐसे ही देखनी है ना।
Good morning, Father Principal, Reverend Dr. Peter Arokiam, SG Vice Principal, Department of Management Studies, MCom and BCom Evening, Reverend Dr. Joseph Kulindai, SG Vice Principal, Department of Commerce Boarding, Professor Saugata Banerjee, Dean of the Department of Management Studies, our esteemed speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani and his family, our moderator, Mr. Samar Mehta, members of the advisory committee, faculty members, and all the students of St. Xavier's College, Autonomous, Kolkata. I would now like to invite our guests and dignitaries to please take a seat in the auditorium. We would now like to play a video before you all. We cordially invite you to the Xavier's Management Convention 2023, the flagship event of the Xavier's Management Society. The purpose of XMC is to provide the students with a glimpse into the business world while also inspiring them. For everyone, including the participants, the judges, as well as the spectators, XMC radiates an invigorating energy. We offer you 2 days of consistent effort and the enthralling desire to learn about 7 different events, acquire information, and go on the path to triumph, shattering barriers of brilliance, perpetual zeal, and eternal glory. Nihil Ultra, which translates to nothing beyond, is the vision of St. Xavier's College, Autonomous, Kolkata, and our event embodies the spirit as well. The event's goal is to give the students a platform where they can demonstrate their potential, cultivate their abilities, and showcase their true talent. I would now like to invite our guests of honor and dignitaries to please take a seat on the stage. I would like to request Reverend Father Dominic Xavier, SJ Principal, St. Xavier's College Autonomous School, Kolkata, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to all of you. I think this is the 19th edition of XMC. I'm proud to say that I was here on the first XMC, the convention when we had in many years back. I'm very happy to see the growth that has taken place in organizing Xavier's Management Convention. Today we are going to publish executive. If you see the first executive, it's not even 1/4 of what you are publishing, even in the volume. So that shows how the department has grown, how the faculty members have grown, and how the quality of the department has grown. So I'm very, very happy to be part of this 19th edition of Xavier's Management Convention 2023. So very good morning to all of you. Reverend Father Peter Arikim, Reverend Father Joseph Kulandai, Dr. Sogoto Banerjee, the Dean and the Professor in charge of the department, Dr. Sukanya Shurkal, she should also come. Very good. And all the faculty members and our dear guests, Mr. Ramesh Damani and Mr. Samarth Mehta, and I see other family members, and the students from other colleges, participating students from other colleges, and our dear students. First, a very warm welcome to our distinguished dignitaries, Mr. Ramesh Damani, our acclaimed speaker for today, Mr. Samarth Mehta, the moderator, and faculty members, participants, and our dear students once again. As Heraclius said, I quote, "No man steps into the same river twice, for it is not the same river and he is not the same man," unquote. It is the learning experiences that one inculcates that builds character. An individual's growth is propelled with qualities like that of leadership, which is an essential aspect of any organization. It is the driving force behind its success. A great leader is someone who inspires, motivates, and guides their team towards not just achieving their goals, but by bringing in a change. Strong communication skills, the ability to make tough decisions, and the courage to take risks are the qualities that make a leader lead by setting an example. One must have the courage to change the things that they can, the sincerity to manage the things they cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. Nihil ultra, which translates to nothing beyond, is the ideal that we have at St. Xavier's College Autonomous Kolkata holds dear. And this spirit certainly permeated this event as well. The success of any event is owed to the effort of commitment shown by the students. As they start their event, I would like to wish all of you the best for it and their future endeavors. Thus, with immense pride, I would like to declare the Xavier's Management Convention XMC 2023 converged, complicit, catalyze, open. Wish you all the best. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your kind words. Now I would like to call upon Reverend Dr. Peter Arokiam to say a few words.
A very good morning to Reverend Father Principal, Father Dr. Dominic Xavier, Reverend Dr. Joseph Kulandai, and all the dignitaries on the dais. It gives immense pride to stand here and to welcome all of you for XMC 2023. Your presence here today is a tenet to the significance that of this occasion, and we are truly honored to have you here, especially the participating college students from various other colleges. Xavier's Management Society, along with the guidance and the support of our Father Principal, it has been growing from strength to strength. This XMC under XMS started, as Father had already mentioned, under the guidance of Father himself when he was heading this particular department. To all the participants, I encourage you to actively engage in this event and make the most out of this opportunity that has been given to you today and tomorrow. I also take this chance to express my gratitude to all the team, XMS, and everyone who has worked behind. And take this chance, my dear students, to showcase your skills and your talents so that you will carry with you the rich experience of today and tomorrow. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing team of XMS, guided by the professors in charge, Dr. Sukanya Sarkel and Dr. Supriya Patro, and ably led by the joint secretaries Vrishti Podar and Tanishka Agarwal, and to everyone in the department, all of the professors and the students involved in making this event possible. Your hard work and dedication are truly appreciated. Kindly keep it up for the department and for your growth. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, Father Vice Principal, for your kind words. Now I would like to request Father Principal to kindly felicitate our speaker for the day, Mr. Ramesh Damani. I would like to request Father Vice Principal to kindly felicitate our moderator for the session, Mr. Samarth Mehta. I would request Dr. Sukanya Sarkel, Deputy President of the Xavier's Management Society, to felicitate Father Principal. I would like to invite Professor Saugata Banerjee, Dean of the BMS Department, to kindly felicitate Reverend Dr. Peter Arokiam, SG Vice Principal of the Department of Management Studies, and Reverend Dr. Joseph Kulandai, SG Vice Principal of the Department of Commerce Modeling. I would like to call upon the Joint Secretary of the Xavier's Management Society, Vrishti Podar, to felicitate Professor Saugata Banerjee, Dean of the Department of Management Studies. I would also like to call Tanishka Agarwal to felicitate Dr. Sukanya Sarkel, Deputy President of the Xavier's Management Society. Now, I would like to introduce our distinguished speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani, and our moderator, Mr. Samarth Mehta. Our speaker speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani, has achieved an outstanding feat by consecutively qualifying for the $1 million roundtable in insurance consultancy for the past 35 years. His remarkable contribution to the industry has been recognized with the prestigious Court of Table and Top of Table honors. With a rich experience as a development officer at United India Insurance from 1978 to 1984 and as an LIC agent since 1984, he has garnered several accolades, including the Chairman's Club membership in the first 4 years of his agency. In addition, Mr. Damani is a respected advisor to the General Insurance Agents Federation of India since 2019 and a trusted advisor to the Board of Directors of ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company Limited, holding the unique distinction of being the only agent in the country to hold such a prestigious position. His expertise has also been recognized by his appointment to the National Advisory Council of HDFC Urdu General Insurance Company Limited in 2021. Our moderator, Mr. Samarth Mehta, is currently working at the Founder's Office of Liminal, a Web3 startup. He has previously worked with Red Seer Consultants, where he helped startups across India and Southeast Asia with their growth strategies. He also runs his own podcast focusing on startups, creators and venture capitalists. He is also a part of 2 LinkedIn's creator programs and helps individuals and brands with their personal marketing and branding initiatives. Can we please have a round of applause for them? I would now like to call upon stage the editorial heads of the Xavier's Management Society, Anisha Saraf and Kovic Ghosh, to launch the 19th edition of the annual departmental magazine, The Executive, A Credence to Equivalence.
Good morning, everyone. I, Kovic Ghosh, the editorial head of the Xavier's Management Society, am honored to welcome you all to the launch of our annual departmental magazine, The Executive, Volume 19, A Credence to Equivalence. Today, we celebrate the culmination of months of hard work and dedication put in by our team to bring this magazine to fruition. The theme for this year's magazine is Yin Yang, a concept deeply rooted in Chinese philosophy, which represents the idea of balance and harmony between seemingly opposing forces. This year's theme inspired our team to bring together diverse perspectives, thoughts and ideas to create a magazine that celebrates the beauty of balance and harmony. Now, over to my co-editorial head, Anisha Saraf.
As I was preparing for this speech, I came across a quote by Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher, which perfectly captures the essence of our theme. He said, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." This quote beautifully represents the balance and harmony that we strive for in our lives and work. In this year's magazine, you will find several eminent interviews, featured articles, and student articles that showcase the essence of Yin Yang. Our team has worked tirelessly to bring together a collection of inspiring stories and perspectives that will encourage and motivate our readers to strive for balance and harmony in their personal and professional lives. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the entire editorial committee behind the Executive Volume 19. Your hard work, dedication, and passion for this magazine have truly paid off, and I couldn't be prouder of what we have accomplished together. We would now like to invite Reverend Dr. Dominic Xavier, SJ, Principal, and our esteemed speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani, to please unveil the 19th edition of our annual departmental magazine, The Executive. With this, we would like to officially launch the annual departmental magazine of the Department of Management Studies, The Executive, Volume 19, A Credence to Equivalence.
Thank you so much, Anisha and Corbett. I would also like to extend a token of appreciation to all of you for gathering here today and gracing us with your presence as we launch the annual departmental magazine. I now request everyone in the auditorium to rise to their feet as the dignitaries leave the auditorium. Everyone, please be seated. As we begin, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Mrs. Sudha Damani, wife of Mr. Ramesh Damani, and his daughter, Mrs. Miss Molly Shri Damani. Thank you for being a part of our celebration today. We hope you have a wonderful time with us. The topic for today's session, Success, Think and Grow Rich, emphasizes on how one can develop a positive mindset and cultivate the habits and attitude that lead to success. It also provides insights on how to identify and overcome limiting beliefs and negative self-talk that can hold individuals back from achieving their goals. I would now request Mr. Ramesh Damani and Mr. Samarth Mehta to kindly take the session forward.
Thank you so much, team, for the warm introduction, and a very good morning to everyone present here. Good morning, sir, as well. Sir, already there was an introduction given about your illustrious career that spans over 3 decades, if I may say so. Sir, but I wanted to understand from you, how did it all start, and why insurance as a space, right? Like, again, you were telling me yesterday that you finished your studies, if I believe, in the 1970s, and that's when you started. So if you could, sir, tell us a little about your journey.
Very good morning to all. To begin with, I would like to thank Honorable Reverend Dr. Dominic Xavier as the principal, Honorable Reverend Dr. Peter Arogyam as the vice principal, and all students of this Xavier's Management Society for having me here. It is a proud moment for me to be present here amongst my brothers and sisters, the August gathering, who was choosing the bright career on the path after passing from the college. I've been asked that why I chosen this profession. You see, I just tell you, starting of my life, I did my schooling from Bada Bajai School, Nopandi Vidyalaya. I am born and brought up in Calcutta, so being a Calcutta boy, and did completed my higher secondary from that school with distinction in mathematics and chemistry. I was supposed to join IIT Kharagpur, but my parents refused me to go and join IIT. You see, getting an admission in IIT itself is an achievement. But my father told, in future you step into the business. It's a family business of insurance which we have having for the last 70 years. And I did my graduation not from Xavier's, though I was admitted, but I refused to join because I was so frustrated after getting such a wonderful admission in IIT. What's the use of my qualification and studies? And I was asked to join, but I went to Flourish shop and did my breakfast and went back to house without coming to college. And that was my first day and I was refused admission. So that's the tragedy with me for not joining Xavier's, but I took my BCom honors in Xavier's, Calcutta City College, and completed my graduation as well as degree of law from Calcutta University as a second rank holder. I joined this business with my father. I stepped into this profession because I saw that people are not able to talk about death. Death is the only process which starts right from birth, and nobody wants to believe. And by settling the claims to the family of insurance, giving the help to the widows, the brightness in the eyes which we see is really unimaginable. And it's like a social service. Earning and social service go side by side. Helping one family in the insurance claims, helping the sufferers who are really needs money. So I thought that why should not I step into this business which is going to help the society also. It's not about earning, helping others. So that was my aim when I joined this insurance business. People sitting in the car, they insure their car, but the people sitting in the car don't insure their life. Every then and now we see accidents are there. People in the car die. They are more worried about the car insurance claim than about their own lives. They want to see that if they scratch, गाड़ी में यदि कोई दाग भी लग जाए तो उसका क्लेम मिलना चाहिए. तो गाड़ी में बैठे हुए व्यक्ति को चोट लग जाए उसको कोई चिंता नहीं. So people worry about the assets, not take care about themselves. So there is a more important thing, how to give the insurance preaching to the common public. If there is any loss to the family suffers. The family is financially ruined. So the message should go very clearly, the earning people or anybody should have adequate insurance so that in his absence the family should not suffer. So that becomes my prime duty to educate the public. So here I love this profession. I like that young students, young people should join because India is a highly populated country. And as on date, even hardly insurable public is hardly insured. And whatever insurance is a very low amount. I always say if somebody dies, the family should not become poor. The enough amount should be left for the family. So this is a wonderful thing. I love this business. I like that any generation, any boy will join this business, which will have a bright future. It is freelancing. There is no fixed time for 10 to 5 or 10 to 6. You are free. You have got freedom of choice of doing whatever you can. Sky is the limit. I say no, sky is not the limit. Beyond sky, something is there that is in my business. So yes, this is my reason of joining this profession.
Thank you so much, sir, for that answer. So just a follow-up question to that, right? So you were telling about how you got into IIT KGP, but then you did not go there. Same with Xavier. So ideally, you had an inclination towards studying curious and interesting things, right? So, sir, from there, how did you get that curiosity in insurance? Because insurance as a field is little complicated and boring at the same time, right? Like people feel that अरे इसमें क्या चल रहा है, ये इंश्योरेंस कैसे होता है, what is health insurance or what is term life insurance, right? Because people don't generally understand that. So sir, how did you go about getting that curiosity? And plus for the modern generation, right? Like today also, even though people are very educated, their insurance related education or risk averseness related education is very minimal. So sir, what is your comment on that?
You see, a very good point which you have raised. The tragedy in our country that insurance is not a part of subject or education in any class. So people don't understand the benefit. यदि हमको पता चलता है कि इस चीज़ को लेने से फायदा होता है, if we have this thing, because education is not about learning and knowing what we can do better. There is a tragedy in our country that insurance is not a part of any course. People are not aware what insurance is all about. You see, if the insurance is not there in the world, all transaction will stop. Whatever things we are getting from any part of the country or world, everything is insured. And without insurance, nobody can get the goods in the shop and the plant or factory. So there is the importance of insurance. If the insurance is stopped, all export-import trade will be stopped. Without insurance, no ship can come to India, no goods can be exported anywhere in the world. So what we feel and what we see, everything is insured, and without insurance, we cannot get anything. So there is the power of insurance, but the only thing that it is not yet part of subject. So student doesn't know what is the value of insurance. And that is the reason insurance is not penetrated. In Japan, 98% of the population is insured. In Japan, 98%. In India, hardly 35% of the insurable public is insured. But those who can buy insurance are not buying, hardly 35%. In health insurance, hardly 5% people are insured. You see in COVID, God forbid, everyone, one family out of 5 members was admitted or suffered from COVID. And you see the expenses bill and out of pocket. I have settled the claim for 45 lakh in COVID. In cancer, I have paid around 70 lakhs. So that's the cost of the treatment. People don't bother. You see, all savings are wiped out. Even if one to planning that some savings should be done for my future expenses, but if somebody in a family, any member, gets sick or hospitalized, entire money is gone. So that all hard-earned money saved by any member or any earning member is washed out. So there is the power of insurance. I always say insurance should be subject or part of any college or any school, starting from health, personal accident, car, household. You see, lot of houses are washed away in floods. Government give compensation of 10, 15, 20,000. Nothing can happen. If those are insured properly, the lives will remain smooth. So there is all upon us how to know, because things are available, but we are not aware. Things are there in the market, but we are not being allowed to know, and rather we are not given that idea that what it can give benefit. There is insurance. You talked about term insurance. Term insurance plays a vital role. Suppose somebody earning, it's 10 lakh rupees a year, and if he dies tomorrow and his age is around say 40 years, how the next children can go for marriage, higher education? If the man is adequately insured for 10 times of the insurance, 20 times. So at least by 5% every, I can say 6% is there, some taxation is there. So 5%, at least the lady can pass the life. The widow can have the good, normal life. But हम लोग जाके पूछते हैं कोई हेल्प हो तो बता दीजिएगा, कोई विडो को भगवान न करे ऐसा पूछना पड़े. हम लोग बोलते हैं कोई काम हो तो बताइएगा. But as soon as the widow asks for money, everybody will go away. अरे अब तो आज का रुपया मांगती हुई नहीं जाएंगे. So there is a tragedy in the society. Insurance is highly needed, and awareness is not there. There is a reason insurance is yet to penetrate, and foreign insurance companies are coming to India. Already there are 29 companies in India, and because of lack of penetration, other companies are entering to buy the customers.
So, sir, you said a very interesting point about Japan, right, where 98% of the population is insured, and in the US, medical expenses are so high that without a health insurance, you're almost going to die. So, sir, my question to you is, obviously these are developed economies, developed countries, right? But why has been the penetration and adoption of insurance so high in these countries, whereas India, which is again developing, has sustainable amount of education, insurance is still a very neglected area. Like, what is your opinion on that?
You have said right that in USA, the health insurance awareness is very high. And you know, the president elections are fought on the health insurance. Obama had Medicare. Obama Medicare health insurance policies led Obama win the presidential election. That is the power of insurance in USA. In India also, government has introduced that Atmanirbhar, and in West Bengal, Swasthya Yojana. But these are very not popularized, rather for the very below poverty level. But if the insurance is there, you see cataract operation in India hardly 20,000-30,000 rupees. But in US it costs 5 lakh rupees. a small heart, say heart operation. In India, you can get it the best of the best in 5 to 10 lakhs. But USA, it costs 2 crore. So this is the cost of treatment in USA. So people travel to USA, I always say, don't get your immigration from Calcutta or anywhere if you are traveling anywhere outside the world. So people travel outside, they take the insurance policy. If something happens, everybody travel abroad. They must be having the policy and they cannot travel without it. And Europe and other countries preferably ask for the foreign insurance policy before issuing visa. So this is the thing, this insurance is not subject, I always say, it's a very sorry affair in the country that insurance has been not introduced as a part of syllabus and course. Otherwise, people have really flung to buy insurance. And as you have said, there is no penetration. I say the young children, there is a vast opportunity. Every next door is uninsured. There is a vast opportunity to stepping into this line. And it's a freelancing business. There is no fixed time. Choice is yours. Work while as you can. The very humble scope in this line. And definitely, one will have especially is good earning in this profession. And rather you are serving the society.
That's very well said, sir. So, sir, just to double down on the point that you mentioned, right? Again, with the whole US narrative in the picture, in India also, sir, there are a lot of these tech-enabled insurance startups, or popularly called insurtech startups, right? Who are trying to democratize or disrupt this entire sector with the whole tech enablement. So, sir, according to you, something which has been so traditional yet so necessary, do you think with the whole technology angle coming into the picture, this segment will start becoming more popular, or if I may better put it, more aware in the entire population setup?
You see, every technology gives the knowledge. And now the young student and what we are tech savvy. We go to Amazon, we go to Flipkart, and we see a lot of things and choices are there. So this tech savvy platform allows you to give the better choice of the purchasing the policy, purchasing the insurance, awareness about the product. It's very important because reaching individual and calling individual is also very challenging. And in your laptop, in your mobile, you can see what insurance are available, what it can be benefit. These are very important to technological platform are giving really good learnings to the young generation, because young generation is tech savvy. So this is very important for them to learn, because average age of India is 29 years. India is very young. Average age of the country is 29 years. To see the ample scope, they will be getting married, the children will be there, the family will be expanding, and again the inflation is there. The income will be increasing, but the inflation will be eating them. So there is a term insurance which helps. Cash policy, cash lying in a piece of paper is a term insurance. घर में रुपया रहता है तो खर्चा हो जाता है, पर एक इंश्योरेंस का कागज रहता है जो मरने के बाद ही खुलता है. So there is the power of the insurance to save any family from the proper living standard. So USA is a very big market for term insurance as well as. The wonderful thing I tell you, USA में जब लोग मरते हैं तो जमीन का ईयरमार्क होता है कि मेरी डेड बॉडी को यहाँ रखा जाए. उसके लिए पहले से बुकिंग कर देते हैं और उसका पैसा जमा कर देते हैं. पैसा नहीं होने से क्या करते हैं, दे बाय इंश्योरेंस कि आफ्टर माय डेथ दिस पॉलिसी विल अलाउ टू पे दिस अमाउंट. से यू नीड 50 लाख रुपीस फॉर बाइंग ए प्लॉट ऑफ एरिया फॉर डेड बॉडी को रखने के लिए जो वहाँ क्रिमेशन होता है, तो उसके लिए लोग इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लेते हैं. क्रिमेशन पॉलिसी कि मेरे बच्चे पैसा नहीं दें, उनके पास पैसा नहीं हो, so they buy insurance, so after that the insurance comes in place to the funeral office to purchase a plot of land and get it buried. So this is a very funny thing we see in insurance, how the people plan even after death, the property, they can die peacefully. So this is a very important thing in insurance. One should think, yes, young generation is definitely after passing the college will try to go to select the new field. But this is all the field, keep in the mind, which can give better earnings with respect and serving the society.
So, sir, you were talking about various insurance policies like term, health, life, etc. Sir, but one problem that most individuals face with insurance is the claim settlement bit, right? Because when they go to claim the doings that are there are either long gestation periods, पैसा आने में बहुत time लगता है, or people are like, this is not included within your policy, or the insurance company stops replying after a point in time, right? Which is why people start having a very bad experience, and that makes them more averse to the entire insurance policy segment. So, sir, how do you think that has changed over the years, and how do you think that will change in the years to come?
It's like the difference between the Xavier college and other college. You see the students from Xavier college are very smart, intelligent, and they grow in a better way. And you compare yourself with any other college, you will feel that how poor they are not updated, they are not still well. So that's the reason selection of the good consultant. Somebody gets sick, and if he has gone to that doctor, you could have been saved. But the treatment was wrong, the person died. Similar is the case of the insurance. In insurance, the contract of utmost good faith. People have to disclose about whatever their problems with them, whatever the status of the health. And if there is suppression of any disease which they have suffered, the insurance contract is totally vanished. So it's the utmost good faith. The disclosure should be full. But if there is any suppression or no proper guidance from the intermediary advisor, so claims are to be deputed. I got a track of that from my side, zero rejection. None of my client has faced any rejection. All claim, around 800 claims I paid. In COVID, I paid over 100 claims. And that in the shortest time. So that's a thing, how you select your doctor, how you select your advisor, how you select your college. That all depends on you. There are people good and bad in every field of life. Selection is your choice. So that's the thing, if you go to the right advisor, you're always safe. Going to the right doctor gives the prescribe better medicine. So that's the reason we select the best doctor, the best college, like that everything is in your hand. Selection of the good advisor.
So, sir, in the beginning of our conversation, you mentioned a point that, with being an insurance advisor / consultant, it's more like a freelancing sort of a thing rather than a full 9-to-5 job or a 10-to-10 business, right? So, sir, now in today's generation, most people want to go solo or they want to do something of their own, right? So, sir, can you, in short, explain how is it like, working as an insurance consultant or an advisor, and how does, your day look like? What are the things that you do? Because again, this is something that not many people know about. Like, people still get confused that if someone is an LIC insurance advisor, then they are on the payroll of LIC or, a permanent employee there. So can you just explain that for the larger audience?
You see, what I said is okay, that is a freelancer. And time is with you, time is your choice is with you, how much to work, how much you can devote time. Everything based on your learnings. It's also a very vast subject. I myself passed the exam of specialized subject in insurance. And every subject has got a deep root. You have to gather knowledge. And without knowledge, you cannot survive in any field. So there are a lot of books available, online available, one can study it. And the very important thing that you are always free. जितना काम करना किया नहीं किया तो नहीं किया, आपके हाथ में कमाना, आपके हाथ में कितना कमाना वे भी हाथ में है, and there is a freedom to get. It's not I'm saying the part time. Yes, a lot of people start part time, but if they get charm, they convert to the full time. So doing other business, you can make a startup here. चलो कैसे करते हैं, experiment करते हैं, ask your friends to insure, and lot of connections are there. The only good thing I told that in India is not insured. Is deeply underinsured. The penetration is very big, lying vacant. They are very big field, open field. And इसमें कोई नौकरी का बात नहीं कि हमको 10 से 5 ही काम करना है. So there is a freedom of work. In other business, you have to go to office or you have to sit in the shop where the customer is there or not. The most difficult business in the world is shopkeeping. Shopkeeper को 10 बजे खोलना है, whether customer is there, whole day the customer is not there. Still he has to sit till 7 o'clock. In the waiting that customer may come. But here you can go to the client or meet the prospects, explain about the product. If he buys okay, the next door is again waiting for you. So nobody. So it is a wonderful thing and I really welcome it and one can join for making a better fortune. Insurance has given me tremendous opportunity. I have traveled entire world to buy the insurance company. I have traveled over 35 countries and that through insurance. No country except South America has been left by me to travel. You name the country, I have been there. This is the biggest thing which we can learn and earn, name and fame, everything. The very important thing that it gives a feeling of social service. पैसा कमाना सब चाहते हैं, तो पैसा कमा के social service की feeling रखना is professional. How can you help the family? By giving the money, by helping them with the claims, by settling the health insurance claim. By there is a fire in the shop, there is a fire, flood in the entire Calcutta or anywhere. The properties are damaged, the car accidents. So a lot of things give me immense pleasure. And really, I don't feel any business, any profession is better than insurance.
So, sir, you mentioned a very interesting point where you spoke about that every other door can be a potential client, correct? So, sir, in general parlance, sales is a very humbling process. कोई भी जितना भी बड़ा आदमी हो, एक बार जब sales करने जाएगा, he will humble down or he or she will become very grounded, right? So, sir, just wanted to understand from your experience that when you started your career, you started from ground zero in some sense and you had to sell the insurance or talk to a lot of clients. So, sir, how was the sales experience and how did that change or make you to the person you are today?
You see, in my starting early career, I made cold conversing. I don't know the people, but I talked about insurance. If you need insurance, I am from insurance company. I traveled entire, say, Harrison Road, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Bada Bazaar shops, because that was the den of the business hub. I used to visit shop, giving my card, I am from insurance, do you need insurance? Again, after 7 days, I used to go to the same shop. Sometimes people used to throw my card. Again, फिर ये आ गया time waste कर रहा है. And shopkeeping is all on the roadside. I travel every shop from, say, Havada, there's a crossing of the Strand Road till, you can say, up to the College Street. Walking down, moving to the shops and shops everywhere. In Bada Bazaar, you don't know this cloth market, hub. And every small, yes, Raja Katra. Going to this area is really horrible. Nobody will enter this time as on date. You will not go to that area, but that was the business hub. The broken staircase. I traveled 5 floors without lift. So this was the area, and once a shopkeeper called me, "Arey, idhar aana." बोले क्या बात है? I have got some problem in insurance. Can you help me? The man who rejected me called me. He is here. Can you help me? There is some address. I have lost some documents. I arranged it. So people started getting confidence and giving me referrals. The most important thing, the satisfied customer give you referrals. A satisfied customer give you referrals. So what I have grown today is by referral business. Helping others honestly. Whatever I said, I have done it. So that has given a confidence, yes, he can do it. So Rome was not built in a day. Success cannot happen just tomorrow. It's a gradual. I always say, success is a matter of choice, not by chance. Success depends on you. Whether you want to have the success, it's your choice. Success is never by chance. And Bill Gates, but I've read a line, if you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. So everybody should think for growth, become rich, helping society. It is very important, making money and helping others. Let's give you the immense satisfaction which no business has got.
So, sir, just to double click on one point regarding the entire social angle, right? Like you help people, like over 800 claims you were able to settle with your clientele, right? Sir, any one particular vivid example that you remember wherein you helped someone settle the claim and they were like extremely in gratitude to you, or they were very thankful to you for the process, because those are the real emotions or insights that just wants you to wake up the next day and get back to work. So any such examples, sir?
Typical example was there, one of the very big client, HNI in Calcutta. His father got sick, and I forced him to buy health insurance. He said, "क्या होगा health insurance करके छोड़ो ना, कोई मतलब नहीं है." And the very amount he got around 20 years back, I insured him for 10 lakh rupees. That was a big amount of time. And he was hospitalized. I sent him the flower bouquet with a card, congratulations. His son called me, "What funny, my father is sick and you are sending the congratulations." And you are really, but he didn't open the card, simply saying congratulations and a flower bouquet. He called me immediately, "Why you send me congratulations? My father is sick and you send me congratulations card." I asked him to open the card and read it fully. I disconnected the line. He again called me. One wonderfully written. I have written, "Congratulations for taking right decision at right time. You are insured for health insurance policy. You take your health. I will take your wealth. So you get your treatment done. I will pay the entire cost." Nobody can go and tell any patient, "I am there with the money of 10 lakhs rupees, get your treatment done." Everyone will say, "Tell me any work I can be helpful to you." हम आपकी क्या हेल्प कर सकते हैं, कोई काम हो तो बोलना, कोई ये जाके नहीं बोलेंगे कि 10 लाख रुपए लो और इलाज करो. This is the power of insurance. So that's the way the client was really thrilled. The money you forced my father to buy insurance, now we are getting the claims. That was hardly 3-4 lakhs, it is not any amount. But the claim was settled. You see, it's the thrilling, how you take it, how you convert the opportunities to the business. Opportunities are there, you have to catch it. Success is moving all around you, you have to catch it. If somebody catches the bus, he reaches the destination. If somebody stands there, he will never catch the bus. Yes.
Got it. I think that was an excellent analogy, sir. So now just shifting gears and moving more towards the topic for today, right, which is success, growth, and become rich, right? So sir, before entering the auditorium, we were having a discussion with the ma'am of the department as well, where she made a very statement saying that today's generation is literate but not financially literate, right? So what are your opinions on financial literacy as a generation?
See, the inflation is really very high. Whatever the government says is 7%, 6%, 8%. The actual inflation is much more in our daily life. And other expenses, we don't know how much other expenses which are not required also. We make huge expenses by going to Anox, by going to shopping, by traveling, whatever may be, show off. Sometimes we show off, chalo kharcha karte hain. You go to the clubs, you go to the movies, you go to the anywhere. These out-of-pocket expenses have gone up. So inflation doesn't count. It's out of any calculation. So whatever we earn, I always say, it should beat inflation. So earning is very easy, I say. Retention of earning is more difficult. यदि हम पैसा कमा लें और पैसा संभाल के रखना is very challenging. खर्चा हो जाता है और खर्चा भी हो जाता है जब हमको दरकार पड़ती है तो हमको रुपया नहीं मिलता है. So even as on date, if we can beat inflation, I will say stock market is the best opportunity. But one has to take risk. People may get ruined. So there is a big challenge. I don't say put your all eggs in one basket. Make a habit of savings. There should be a habit of savings. Expenses का खर्चा करने का habit नहीं होता, हम कर देते हैं और savings का habit करना पड़ता है. कल अभी बोलेंगे 4 दोस्तों को जाना है क्लब चलो, रेस्टोरेंट चलो, खर्चा कर देंगे. पर हम बोलेंगे आप 500 रुपया रोज बचाओ, वे नहीं होगा. The savings idea is very powerful. यदि हम dedicate, honestly save करें, ये नहीं होगा. Here the problem comes that financial security. हम खर्चा करने में आगे हैं, बचाने में हमको सोचना पड़ता है. So make the habit of savings, then you invest somewhere so that you can beat inflation. यदि हम 5% कमा रहे हैं और inflation 10% है, you are losing money from the back. So try to see that how much best you can invest. By taking consultation with the advisors, proper advisor, you can grow. आज नौकरी करने वाला कोई व्यक्ति है, इन्फ्लेशन को बीट नहीं कर पाएगा. सैलरी 10% इंक्रीज करेगी या जो भी करेगी, इन्फ्लेशन विल जंप. हमने अनकॉल्ड एक्सपेंसेस बहुत हो जाते हैं जो हमने सोचे नहीं है। इसके लिए दोस्तों ये कहूँगा कि पैसा बचाने की हैबिट क्रिएट करो, रादर देन अर्निंग करो, पर पैसा जो बचाने की हैबिट क्रिएट करो। ट्राई टू सेव मोर सो दैट इट कैन हेल्प यू इन एनी कंटीजेंसी। हमको पता नहीं अनकॉल्ड लाइबिलिटी आ जाती है, इसके लिए ज़्यादा बचाने की कोशिश करो। खर्चा जरूर करो, पर समझ के करो कि हम वेस्ट को खर्चा नहीं करें। इट शुड नॉट गो वेस्ट। मेक ए कंट्रोल ऑन योर एक्सपेंसेस and try to save.
So that's a very, very nicely explained point, sir. So just as a follow-up question to that, so there is a generational difference that is there in terms of investment thesis, right? So probably my parents' generation or the generation before that, they believed more on investments into FD, right? Like even though the returns are little lesser than the market returns, it is more safe and secure. For my generation, most people are very averse to the idea of fixed deposit. They are like 6%, 7%, 8% even, and they are more attracted to riskier assets, right? Like a crypto for that matter, or even futures and options when it comes to markets, right? So, sir, how do you think that mentality is changing, and like what is the investment paradigm shift that is happening, from your generation to my parents' and probably our generation, if I may say so?
See, in the previous week it was joint family. The interesting thing is that my parents lived in a joint family. Now our generation is going to have a nuclear family. कोई बच्चा बाहर पढ़ रहा है, कोई यहाँ पढ़ रहा है, और खर्चे इतने बढ़ गए. So I did my schooling when the fees was hardly 10 rupees. Now the school fees is 5,000 rupees a month. What inflation calculation, I don't know. Per month 5,000 rupees in any small school. Now the new schools are opening, they're charging 5 lakh a year. Maybe you have heard that in Calcutta the new schools are coming, new colleges are coming. See the fees. So inflation की तो बात ही मत करो. उस समय 6% या 10% बैंक एफडी रेट रहा था, तो इन्फ्लेशन was low. और हमारे खर्चे भी कम थे. People used to stay in any बड़ा बाजार area. In one room, 4 brothers used to sleep. There was one toilet. Now there is one bedroom for one person. There was one phone for 20 persons. Now every one person has got 2 mobile. The cost has gone up like anything. So no question of comparing that time with current. The current need is more because the society awareness and this media, this powerful media is television, has given what the world is all about. Previously in 1968 when television came black and white, in my entire building there was one TV. Entire building of the, say, of 80 people in a building. In one flat there was a doctor, and in his house there was a TV. People used to flock into that house to see TV. Now in one bedroom was mother, in every bathroom there is a TV. So the media has given what the world is all about. Previously it was all censored. We were not aware what is happening in the world. So those are given this is the idea, and people started changing their lifestyle, behavior, traveling. This has gone up. So expenses have gone up like anything. So I always say, emphasize, whatever you earn, make a habit of savings. आप जितना भी कमाते हो, कम से कम उसका 25% सेविंग्स करो, क्योंकि खर्चे होंगे, टैक्सेशन है, तो make a habit of savings honestly and sincerely. Otherwise, life is going to be very difficult for future. हम लोग का जीवन बहुत खराब होगा आगे यदि बचत की आदत नहीं करेंगे. That's the thing we should save, and can't compare the old style with the new. There is no use of comparison. Total ideology, clothing, lifestyle, habits have changed. क्योंकि हमको मीडिया ने काफी चीज दिखा दी. अगर मीडिया नहीं होता तो हम शायद वही रहे.
So, sir, to this I had 2 follow-up questions. So, firstly, what you said is very imminent, is that in today's world, survival is very difficult. So, if I say 30 years back or 40 years back, if you would start a shop also, and if you would do it consistently for 2-3 years, that shop would end up becoming something which can sustain your and your family's life, right? Now, even if you do a business or a startup or you're doing a job, survival is still very difficult. अगर आपको स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग मेंटेन करना है, बिकॉज पीपल डू 2-3 चीज़ एक बार में, जॉब भी कर रहे, साइड में कुछ कर रहे, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, राइट? सो सर, विथ न्यू स्टूडेंट्स कमिंग आउट ऑफ कॉलेजेस, how do you, or what advice would you have for them to strive towards that growth success metric? Like, should you just pick up one thing and put your heart and soul into it to make it big, or you become a jack of all trades sort of a person जब आप 2-3 चीज कर रहे हो but you are indexing for कि average से इसका बहुत बड़े ज़्यादा हो जाएगा.
You see, everyone wants to become rich tomorrow. कि हम कल कैसे जल्दी पैसा कमा लें. The stability comes in the, I say, slow and steady. If you jump on, you take the risk, you may win. So if try to save and put the money to the risk. कि चलो इतना रुपया लॉस होता है हमको बर्दाश्त होता है. Then only you can take the risk. So don't go on borrowings and take the risk. The borrowings will be definitely disaster. पहले तो गाड़ियाँ लोन में नहीं मिलती थी, अब तो गाड़ियाँ लोन में मिलती है तो कल का कल मर्सिडीज हम ले सकते हैं. But that gives a burden. You are purchasing a liability, not car. You have purchased a car, but apart from car, you have also purchased a liability. So don't make that key way you should have a liability in your hand and make earning. Because if you earn and go for payment of EMI, so no use of earning. So keep your expenses within your earning. आप जितना कमा सकते हो उतना ही खर्चा करो, इससे ज़्यादा मत करो. That will be the survival. Now going for the choice of the business, yes, you could take 2-3 chances, but I always say, if the family business is surviving and thriving, try to strengthen the family business and expand in that part. Bring to the more expansion to the family business, which has got less risk, is understand better, and simultaneously, if you feel opportunity is there, diversify, keeping in view of mind that no liability should be there.
So sir, आपने credit card का point बोला, and majority of the population in the US is in debt. For them, it's like credit card में खर्चा कर लिया, and you know we get the pleasure there. And वहाँ पे when people clear off their debt, when they become debt free, it's actually you know an event sort of a thing that hey, I'm debt free right now, right? And so that sort of purchasing habit is slowly penetrating India as well, wherein people are like momentary pleasure मिल रहा है and we'll pay for it through a credit card, right? So I think credit card and effective tax planning is something that is not in the forefront of things but can help you become rich relatively, not from an absolute money standpoint but from a relative standpoint, right? So what are your views on it? Because most people, at least most of my friends, all of them struggle with tax planning, even though most of them are MBAs from IIMs or you know IIT grads.
See, income tax is also a very important part. Earning and making a tax planning. Tax planning may give you idea to save money officially, and one should also learn how to save tax. There are various sections which allow you to savings of the tax planning, which are part of the tax planning. But you see, the credit card is going to be a dangerous thing. Nowadays, the civil rating is there. If you miss out a credit card payment, you will have a poor rating, and mind it. In future, if you expand your business, you will never get a bank loan. The Reserve Bank of India has got a list where the people have failed to pay the credit card. You will not get a car loan, you will not get a bank loan for your future business expansion. So buy whatever expenses you do meticulously. लोग सोचते क्रेडिट कार्ड का पेमेंट डिफॉल्ट हो गया, होने तो आगे से दे देंगे. 10 बार बैंक घूमेगा, घूमने दो, बोल देंगे रुपया नहीं हो. No, you have lost your credibility in bank. Nowadays, Aadhaar and PAN number are linked. You will never get any loan for your future business. If you want a good opportunity, you are now thriving and want to go for a business, you will never get because you are already blacklisted. So keep use of credit card very safely so that properly repayments are being done on the expenses incurred by you. So that's the beauty of the credit card nowadays. It's not that easy, you miss all the time. So things are getting more stricter and more tight so that there is no false expenses you are creating for the cheating the banks, whatever you. So be thorough whatever you are doing and make proper planning of your expenses according to earnings.
And so what is your view on taxation and income tax planning, right? Because there are so many options that are there to save on money, but 80% of the people are like, अरे बस आता ही नहीं है, कैसे करते हैं?
Taxation experts are there, chartered accountants are there. I say, why don't you read yourself the taxation? Taxation is a part of the subject. And try to read at least individual portion. What's the taxation in individual part, not of the corporate. So you should know the basics, what amendments are there, keep the budget, keep the taxation books. Everything is available on the income tax. You can see tax guru site, you can see clear tax, you can see taxman site, lot of sites are there. So lot of Excels are workings are there. How much is the income, what's the savings available, how much you can save tax. So nowadays through Google, there is no need of any book also. You can see anything in Google and search it. And income tax is a very important part. You should know what are the basics at least. I think it's a part of your subject. Income tax and accounts are very important. You should learn so that at least anybody cannot fool you. We are studying any subject just not for knowledge. कोई हमको बुद्धू नहीं बना सके इसलिए हमको पढ़ना है. There's a part of there's importance of any education.
Thank you, sir, so much for that. So, sir, just a few conclusion questions before we open it to the house. So, we were having a discussion in the morning on startups and venture funding, right? So, sir, today's like a higher segment of today's generation wants to start up, and with Shark Tank and all coming in, it has just democratized the entire landscape, right? So, sir, previously what used to happen is people would never take some sort of external capital to start their business or धंधा for that matter. खुद का ही savings से खुद का ही घर का उससे वो लोग बना लेते थे. So now the entire narrative is changing, wherein external funding or venture money is something that is more important to people. And again, if you are a venture funded business, that's more glamorous than आपने खुद का पैसा डाल के या bootstrap करके बनाया है. So what is your opinion on it, right? Like supposingly something like a Zomato versus Zerodha, wherein one is venture funded and the other is bootstrapped.
You see, startup is a new thing which has taken you can say, the speed in last 3-4 years. It was never previously. And for foreign capital ventures have got huge fund. And they see the opening in India because of the population density. The consumption economy in India is a consumption economy. Sometimes we say it's a curse that populated, highly populated country. I say it's a boom to the economy. There is a huge consumption. If the entire world can have a recession, India will never have a recession. 2 days back, I have seen the paper that in the US and Europe there will be the recession. After 3-4 months, they are predicting. But India is the lowest side. There is a poor chance of any recession in India because it's a consumption economy. Huge consumption. So you see the car, there is a booking of Mercedes car, 6 months delivery. The BMW, 8 months delivery. The high segment of 2 crore rupees car, waiting list for 6 months. It was never heard of. A car will have a waiting. So you see there is a demand in the country. And startups. Startups is that first you have to make your own base. Other venture fund will see what you are doing and what's the future. It's not that easy that people are going to invest it. So startup is definitely a new idea where you can create your idea and implement it. First you have to invest yourself. You have to make huge investment in your startups. Then only the fund venture capital will come to see whether there is a growth or not. It's not that easy that people will put money and invest in your business. You see, hardly 2% ratio is a success ratio of startup. 98% has gone vanished. They tried to claim and they finished. And the capital funds have lost. So now they are looking very seriously whether to invest or not. They have burned their fingers. So yes, startup is a good thing, but it should be done in a very concrete way with a good idea so that others may feel a charm in your business and invest in your business. It's like taking a partnership. Yes, we are putting money and this is the return we want. Sometimes there is an agreement also. Yes, we are committed you. First year give us this much earning on this investment. It's not all on a sudden they put. So gradual investment is there, though they commit, but investment is on the phase wise.
So just a question on a lighter note, would you invest into a startup as an angel investor, or have you already tried investing into a startup as an angel investor?
You see, I have hard-earned money, I cannot take risk. I can earn myself, I have confidence, I believe in myself. Yes, I can do it. That's my whole thing, that yes, first believe in yourself. Why should I depend on others to let them make money for me? I can make money for myself. That's the confidence. So I can do for myself. Why should I share my money to others?
Fair, sir, fair. So, sir, before we open the house for questions, sir, just some closing remarks on the topic for the last would be super helpful.
No shot was missed. Every hit was a pure goal. He said, I am not enjoying. Why? Because there is no goalkeeper. So there should be resistance in life. Challenges should be there to overcome it. Without challenge, there is no life. The competition is there in every field. Competition allows you to learn, meet more people. Everything cannot be successful. The failure leads to more success. If you fail more, you will lead to next success. I failed, what was the reason? You can overcome it. So don't fear in the success or the failures. Failure are really good path to grow you. So if you attempt, then only you can fail. Sitting in house, you cannot fail. Examination में परीक्षा देंगे तभी failure pass होगा. If you fear from the examination, you will never pass it. So you have to appear and go in front so that you can overcome the failures, challenge, questions from the customers. So buying selling is the only process in the world. Everywhere something is transacted. So some transaction is taking place someplace somewhere in the world at every moment, every second. So yes, all sale doesn't meet. कि हम जो सेल करने गए हमारा दुकान में माल बिक जाएगा. So don't worry about failures. Yes, believe in yourself, in the good path, wonderful time. So don't fear with the challenges. Challenges allows you to learn. If there is a competition among 10 students and you get first, that gives you power. Yes, I can do it. If there is only one student and get first, you will have no chance. कि एक ही स्टूडेंट का फर्स्ट आ गया तो मजा नहीं आएगा. बस 10 स्टूडेंट में फर्स्ट आना या 100 स्टूडेंट में 1000 स्टूडेंट में कॉम्पीट करके रैंक लाना, उसका अखबार में नाम आता है. पर एक क्लास में एक ही स्टूडेंट हो उसका नाम नहीं आएगा. So challenges are there. Try to overcome it, and challenges lead to the growth. That's my small message. You don't worry. Believe in yourself. Yes, you can do it. If other can, you can also. That's what the feeling. कोई दूसरा कर सकता है, हम भी कर सकते हैं. That's my small message to all my dear friends. This life is really wonderful. You can do it.
Thank you very so much, sir, for that. That was a lovely conversation, sir. I also had immense fun. Great insight, sir. I think now we can open it to the audience for questions.
Audience, if you have any questions, you can raise them now.
Soumyadeep.
Please pass the mic to them.
Good morning, sir. I am Xavier. Sir, I wanted to ask that do you believe in mistakes or in experiences?
You see, mistake, accept it. Don't try to be smart. Yes, we are human, we can do mistake. So don't worry, try, and there will be error. So don't take it as a failure. Accept it and go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. So, being so well aware of the workings of the insurance, what are the various risk factors that we should analyze before taking an insurance?
This factor is a full disclosure of anything. Insurance is a contract of utmost good faith. The insurance company see the contract and papers often find the customer. Whatever the declarations is made by the insurance company believes on that. And if there is a later on it is found there is an impression, the contract is ab initio void. It's a contract of utmost good faith. Full disclosure should be given about if there is health insurance, it should be given. If the life insurance, it should be given disclosed properly. So don't try to You see, be smart and avoid any queries. Say if I disclose something and my insurance is not granted, okay, leave it. But don't go buy the wrong things. It doesn't make any sense in making the non-disclosure. Whatever thing, it should be asked from the customer and properly disclosed. Then there is no risk. Whether I am there or not, he will get the claim. So this is the only risk factor. People should have a full disclosure. Otherwise, insurance, there is no issue. Lot of people so this SR shipping, 800 crore rupees claim. Claims are settled. I have settled also claim worth rupees 200 crores, 150 crores, no issue. The claims are there. If the contract is okay, there is no issue.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My question is, as an 18-year-old, I wish to invest rupees 50,000 per month on an EMI basis for the next 20 years, and I expect a CAGR of about 18 to 20%. What type of investment should I go in?
You can go for SIP. Systematic investment plan keeping a view of the stock market. You see, in the time to come, whatever the fall has come in stock market so far, I have studied. In 2002, there was Gulf War. In 2008, there was Lehman crash. But these will happen, but again, the economy is growing path. What I have told that Indian is a young economy of 29 years age, of average age of Indian. So there is a going to be demand for everything. You see the capex, the capital expenses by all industries are going up. The bullet train is coming to India. In the Gujarat, you see the financial growth. What I have told Mr. Mehta, that Gujarat is not a state, it has become a country. This is the power of economy in the country. India is expanding. UP has got 5 new airports. Bombay, Navi Mumbai, new airport. See the growing demand. Previously there was only 35 airports, now it is going to cost 150 airports. So there is going to be demand, so economy will grow up. Accordingly now you have to select where to put money. Yes, growth is there, and definitely what you have said, if not 20%, at least 15% CAGR will be there if you invest properly, wisely. So that is the reason of studying the market carefully, because there is an underlying last line, risk is on the customer.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. So my name is Shaur, and my question to you is, as we know, you left IIT KGP and then Xavier as well. What was the opportunity cost that you realized after you shifted to, let's say, such a dicey pathway in your life?
You see, I don't know what my parents told me. If you go for IIT, take engineering, you may join a service. But if you want to become a freelancer and a freedom in business, you have to come to the family business. If you are in a service, you have to do the 10 to 5 or 9 to 6, whatever hours you have to spend, and you will be earning for others. So I am not saying serving is bad, but that was my parents' view. Why don't you earn for yourself? Spending time for the others, making money for them, start doing your own. This was a very challenging reason for not joining my higher studies. So I am not saying that every qualified person is successful. No. I say, चाय वाला भी प्रधानमंत्री बन सकता है. So no job is small in the world. It depends on you how you accept it. इंडिया में बोलेंगे, वर्ल्ड में बोलेंगे, ये सबसे बड़ा मोची कौन बाटा और सबसे बड़ा लोहार कौन टाटा. तो do you feel that मोची का काम छोटा है, बाटा इंडिया, लोहार का काम छोटा है, टाटा है. So how you take it, how you accept the challenge. कोई काम छोटा नहीं है, हमारी सोच बड़ी होनी चाहिए. You should think big. That allows you to grow. हाँ, कोई काम छोटा नहीं है दुनिया में. हमको लगता है काम कैसा है, छोटा काम है, कैसा पड़ेगी. No, somebody is striving. So don't feel that any job is small in the world. Even the biggest cobbler is Bata, the biggest blacksmith is Tata.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm Shri. So you talked about health, life, but nothing about business. And you mentioned that death is the process when starting with birth. So when businesses are incubated, they should look for their abandonment and what type of insurances are available for business, because they have expenses recurring and limited capital. So should they go for insurance from starting?
See, insurance is at every step. One cannot survive without insurance. Even things now they fire in the factory. People get claim, but out-of-pocket expenses are there. Standing cost for the staff salary, bank loan, that can be also insured by lots of profit insurance. So there are various means to save yourself. I don't say that is the process, right? Start from the birth. Yes, it's a fact. The man start dying. Day one, he say, I always say when the birthday comes, 1 year age is less. Sometimes we celebrate birthday, but ultimately we are lessening our living. So try to see that the insurance required every step, every then and now, insurance is there, and it can be helpful to anyone in the surviving of the family financially. So insurance is a very important part. I say I welcome, nobody is asking me a question, whether should I join or what should be the future. I say yes, come everybody in insurance, still there will be shortage of the insurance people. There is a reason foreign insurance companies are flogging eyes on India market. They are not fooled to invest money in India. So I was feeling that somebody should ask whether should I join or not. I always say think if somebody, one person in each family should be in insurance. There is a power of earning in this field. You can do a lot keeping yourself free also. Thank you.
Hello, sir. So, sir, my question to you is, sir, in your experience, what do you think, which are the biggest challenges in the insurance industry today?
There is no challenge, only the challenge of meeting the people. Meeting the people to whom you do not know. Simply answer is no, I don't need insurance. A doctor cannot ask and knock the door, is there any patient I can see? A lawyer cannot go at any query in the family, I can settle it. People बोले पागल आदमी है, घर में लड़ाई कराने आएंगे, तो डॉक्टर आके पूछेगा कि घर में कोई बीमार है, हम देखने आए क्या? No doctor comes. Insurance agent is the person who can knock the door. Yes, I am from the insurance. Do you need any help in insurance? I am there to help you. Sometimes you ask to leave it. Sometimes you say, okay, we need it. I have also experience of meeting the people who have also thrown me out. So why you have come? We don't insurance. I kept my card, and after a few months they called me also. I have insured one time the chairman of Andrew, whose son was the cricket control board, Arun Lal. His father, Mr. R. Lal, I insured him. I went to his office. There was no appointment, but I was aware that he has got some problem in insurance. I met him. And he welcomed me. I'm feeling proud that somebody has come to help me. So there's a reason. You love this and feel that rejection is there. Nobody from rejection. If you have read the life of Amitabh Bachchan, he was rejected in the All India Radio. His voice was not accepted. Now his voice itself is earning. So you don't worry from the failures. Rejection allows you to think yourself, how can you make yourself more better? The rejection से कभी मत घबराओ, ये आपको सिखाने का एक रास्ता बताती है. So yes, face the people, meet the people, challenges are there, but try to overcome it and be calm. उससे आप कभी नर्वस मत हो. जब मिलोगे तो चैलेंज आएगा तभी मजा आएगा. क्लास में जाओगे तभी पढ़ाई मिलेगी. यदि आप नहीं पढ़ोगे तो मजा नहीं आएगा. उसी में चैलेंज, हर चीज में चैलेंज. So don't worry. You will leave the college if you feel that this is a hard subject, I should not study it. आप और पढ़ोगे इसको ध्यान से. So yes, accept it and go it.
Thank you, sir.
As we conclude this session, I would like to thank our esteemed speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani, for such an insightful session to enlighten the young minds. Engaging with you in person was indeed an enriching experience for each one of us. We sincerely appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for such an inspiring session. I am convinced that your words have had a lasting impact in the minds of all the individuals present here today. I would also like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our respected moderator, Mr. Samarth Mehta, for the invaluable contribution and smooth moderation of today's session. Thank you so much for being a part of the session. I would like to call upon stage Mrs. Sudha Damani and Mrs. I would also like to request Father Vice Principal to give a token of appreciation to our speaker, Mr. Ramesh Damani, our moderator, Mr. Samarth Mehta, Mrs. Sudha Damani, and Mrs. Molly Shri. I would like to call upon Dr. Sukanya Sarkhil, Deputy President of the Xavier's Management Society, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to all of you present here. It's my pleasure to give the vote of thanks for XMC 2023 program day 1. I will begin by saying thank you to all our esteemed colleagues here who are present, especially the invited speaker and the moderator for having a wonderful session with these amazing students, because our students, I always say, they are the smartest of the lot in the town. So they are always ready with questions. So we could not take all the questions. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mehta, for having a wonderful session and instilling confidence of asking questions to all our students. I hope this session will definitely, it will remain in their minds and they will be able to apply this, because they are the students of management studies. So they always apply what they learn from these sessions. Thank you, sir. And my special thanks goes to Reverend Dr. Dominic Xavier, the principal of St. Xavier's College. Without his support and guidance, we cannot see any of the program to be successful like this. So from the beginning of the BMS department, which was initially the department of, it was not the management studies, but we call it BBA, so Bachelor in Business Administration. From the first day of this course, he was there with us, and he actually moved this department forward to this level. Thank you, Father, for being there in all our programs, all our activities out of the class, because in management department we are having so many activities which are not just the class lectures. So thank you, Father, for being there as always. Now I would like to specially thank our very own Reverend Dr. Peter Arokia, Vice Principal, Department of Management Studies and Department of Commerce Evening, for your constant support and guidance, and especially for his vision, erudition and guidance in all odds. So whenever we are in trouble, Father is always there to solve within a minute. So first he will say, ma'am, you just sit down for a minute, then we'll manage, don't worry, this will be through. So everything, all the trouble times we are having Father with our students and with our teachers. Thank you, Father, for being such a wonderful guide and Vice Principal. Thank you. And a special thanks goes to our Dean, Professor Shogoto Banerjee, Department of Management Studies. Without his suggestions and help, we cannot manage such a big event which is having many other colleges. So we are having students all over the town, and he is making all kinds of arrangements of having the rounds in different rooms, because we had so many holidays in between. And whenever we get into troubles like this, he has a plan B. So sir, with always a plan B, where we are always through. Thank you, sir, for helping us throughout the year for all the programs. And finally, all my wonderful colleagues in the department, being a very small and beautiful department, you all know the students, so students may know that we are having a wonderful group of faculty members who are always on the toes, anytime. So they all have come in the morning and they will be having classes in the evening, so they will be there throughout the day in all kinds of help and support. Thank you, all the professors of our department. And finally, I cannot finish this vote of thanks if I cannot thank my colleague, Dr. Shupriyo Patro, Deputy Vice President of this organization or society. When I am not there, I was not present in the last month, you all know that, but actually the show went on nicely. So I'm very proud of having such a wonderful colleague. Thank you, sir. And finally, those who are clapping that side, for them, I always say my amazing bunch of students without whom I cannot have this strength of standing here or taking classes. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. And I'm always a bias in gender, so I'm very happy to have two female bosses or the guides or the team leaders in our society. Could you please come here on stage? Drishti and Tanishka. And we have all our board members. I'll call them tomorrow because I want to have them here, like they're there in the board. They're all invisible, right? So they're like invisible hands of Adam Smith. Please look at these two talented people. They are the women leaders today. Thank you, both of you. Without you, I cannot have a day, okay, here organizing anything. Thank you. And all the board members who are basically invisible here and there in the backstage. But believe me, they're all there on the toes, anytime, no matter what. And all the WCMs in the uniforms. I love all of you, each one of you. Because you are there, we are there. Thank you, be there always as you are. And finally, Mr. Niladri Sinha, Atiyarda, and Mr. Raj, for helping us always from the morning, whenever we have any program here. Thank you all for being there. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank everyone. I think it's my responsibility to thank Dr. Sukarna Sarkil for all that she's doing for the department and especially for Xavier's Management Society. Though she was on a holiday for a month, but she coordinated even during her father's illness and etc. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all you are doing for the department.
So one token of appreciation came in a little late, but Father Vice Principal, could you please hand it over to our speaker? I would like to take this opportunity to also thank the support staff of the auditorium for the smooth functioning of our event today. It is a day of extreme pride for the Xavier's Management Society as we are able to organize Xavier's Management Convention 2023, our flagship event. It's being held offline after 2 years. It is after months of perseverance, hard work and dedication that we have put forth our ideas to execution. I wish all the best to each and every competing college today. Thank you everyone for being here. I would request all the audience to rise to feet as the dignitaries take lead.
Okay, now you may settle down. After they all leave, do you have anything else to announce? So after they make their announcements, I just have one small thing for room number 41. I know how they are sitting with tension. Don't get tensed. So when everyone will leave, don't leave. You be there after the program. Right now, I'll be taking the attendance for room number 41. All right? So keep quiet because attendance is very important for all of us.
All the BMS students except room 41 can leave. Participants are requested to stay back. Please leave one by one and remain silent as you leave the auditorium.